While I am hanging out here with Sonoma and tossing his ball, I know I'm holding this vertically, so the video is not going to be the best, but the most important thing is hearing my voice. I'm really not going to be showing anything, so it will work. But today we were decluttering some old stuff that was in the basement, stuff that we didn't need, stuff that we wanted to keep, stuff we want to sell, stuff that's no one's gonna buy, to throw away, all that stuff to donate. And I'm going, because I have a Chewy box. Why are there 2 boxes? They seriously send this in 2 boxes? Alright, now I'm just checking Chewy for 1 second and seeing what this is. Oh, they sent something to someone on a road in our town, but nowhere. I have no idea where that road is. Here's the big Chewy box. Obviously, Sonoma got food, so I'll bring that through the basement later. But this brought up a topic when we were going through stuff in the basement. Is we found one of my old binders from high school, and that was my anatomy and physiology binder, and how I no longer need that. It's no longer helpful. I kept it because I was planning to go to college to be either in the nutrition field or be a physician's assistant, and how that would be good to look back for, and how I had really good notes and very good study materials in there. So that is why I kept that after graduating. However, now it is very real that I will not be going to college and having the typical college experience that someone would have coming out of high school and going to college right away. Not even gap years are going to be a thing, which I was hoping for, of course, and I always thought college was going to be in my future. That doesn't mean that I can't take a college class at some time, or some classes. Does mean I cannot take online classes, and I wouldn't want to do that anyway, because I really wanted the full college experience, and I know that's different it's a different thing for different people, what the ideal college experience is. For me, it was all about not living at home, but not living far, living in like New York or Massachusetts. My dream school was Springfield College, and I visited there when I was in the fall, when I was a junior, before I went out of school, of high school, and I loved it so much. And I just pictured myself being there, and I knew people who went there, and they had all the programs that I liked. And it's very athletic based, and everyone's like really healthy and very into fitness, and I really loved that. I was excited to have a roommate and get like really close to your roommate, and people on your floor of your dorm, and the silly things that you hate at the moment, but looking back are like the most fun, of, you know, going down with your caddy to take a shower, because when you're a freshman, you have the showers and you don't have like a suite yet, and you have to share the showers and use your flip-flops so you don't get gross infections. And, you know, I always thought of how beautiful like my dorm would be, no matter what the dorm actually looks like, but how organized it would be, and how I would have everything set up perfect, and would love walking to class and with my friends, and going to breakfast with them, and then going to the gym with them, and then going on walks with them. And I planned on having Sonoma with me. So that was when I was 19. I said on the news that I want to go to Springfield College and bring my service dog with me. That was when I was first on the news from ECAD. So I was 19 and still planning on going to college then, and now I'm 22, and I know I'm not going to go away and be in a dorm, which eventually you get upgraded to a suite or an apartment that's on campus, that's what I would like to do, or just one of the suites at Springfield College are awesome. And they actually have a gymnastics team at Springfield College, so I always picture myself going to all the meets and joining like a tick-borne disease, like creating a tick-borne disease awareness club and doing volunteering and all of the school things that I would like to do, studying with my friends at night, going out late to go print something out because our printers are broken and we have to go to the library, and studying in the library, and staying up all night writing an essay and asking my friends to read my papers for me and studying together, and then having movie nights and everyone hanging out like on our bunk beds and watching TV and playing games and doing all those fun things, playing in the snow in the winter. My family is very close around there, so I was like, well, when it's warm I could, go to my aunt's pool. And because Springfield isn't the best place to be wandering around unless you're on the college campus, in my opinion, this part of it. But my family lives so close, my extended family, and it's only like an hour and like 15 minutes or something away from my house. I could come home for all the holidays, and it would just be amazing. And then I'd be like thinking how I would text my aunt and we would go walking, and then I can go and visit my grandparents, and how I could see them way more than I do now because I'd be up closer, and then they could come to college with me and walk around and experience things there. And then I could have, sleepovers with my friends in my dorm and go and sleep over in other people's dorms. The closest college experience that I've had that is close enough to college would be when I stayed at Birkeland, because they were college dorms. And, we were there for only 3 weeks, so we didn't have everything crazy there and that much stuff, but we had a lot of dance stuff. But we had friends, and we had a roommate, and we went down to breakfast together. We had our own routine of things we did on campus. It was in Vermont, so I wouldn't have gone to school in Vermont, but it was away from family. Of course, we weren't doing any schoolwork, but we were doing tons of dance, and it was an amazing experience of being more independent. And, me being the one that has to shower in the morning and fix my hair and stick my hair in the sink, and just enjoying everything that goes along, and hanging out with my friends in the little common rooms and watching TV at night after a long day of rehearsals, and how that would be very similar to what my college life that I envisioned would have been. It's okay to look back at the past, but then also you have to move forward. Like, I know this is a little bit harder right now because people are moving back in to college. People are starting school. My region's actually starting school today, so that's like my elementary school, my middle school, my high school. Their first day is today. And everyone, all the back to school commercials, because I'm like, yeah, well, I wouldn't be going back to my high school, but people are back at college. My brother's back at college. He just started classes like 2 weeks ago. Sonoma, do you want to play ball? Okay, he's just gonna chill. My friend's going back to college who lives in New Jersey, but she commutes, so it's still a little different. And none of my other friends are able to go to college right now, but they still have done it in their future and just are taking a break. So you definitely, at least for me, have to come to terms with reality, and that this is not what I thought was the perfect situation, and what I wanted to do is not in the books, and it's not meant to be for me. And luckily I have other things that I can do, such as being a dance instructor or being a gymnastics coach or working at ECAD, and many different things that I can do that don't need a college degree, because right now I don't know what I would go and do for college because I don't want to be a physician's assistant anymore. So I want the experience, but there I would be taking, like, I don't know, all the general classes and blah blah blah, yet I can't read things and understand in that way. So it would be very, very challenging, especially since so many things are done on computers and testing is done on computers. I would totally mess so many things up. Yes, tricky. So I do have some days where I'm like, I'm jealous that people are going back to school in general, because I didn't start my senior year. I didn't finish my junior year. I didn't have a senior year of high school. So when everyone's going back to school, I feel like I should be going to my senior year of high school, even though I'm 22, and I would already be out of college, out of a 4-year college. All my friends have graduated, or not really friends. All of my people I know from my high school have graduated college, unless they're going to grad school or they're in med school and doing further things and internships and going abroad and all things like that. So, but a lot of them have already graduated and already have full-time jobs, and it's pretty crazy because I feel like since I missed out on my senior experience in high school, that I should be waking up at 6 o'clock or 5:45 and going to high school, because that's like when my life stopped, and I could still definitely look like a senior at my high school, although everyone else looks so young when you get older in high school, and the freshmen look like they're 10. So it's interesting. I'm just gonna keep going along with what happens with my life and know that I cannot plan years and years ahead, and I can just go day by day and keep finding things that bring me joy and go along with them. And even though Springfield College I'm not going to be going to, and that was really exciting for me, and I always loved school and was excited about school, that there are other things that I love and I'm passionate about, and many things can come my way, and I am more than a degree. I don't have a degree. I've got a high school diploma. We're more than degrees. We're more than a job. We're all people, so I can still be successful because I have the perseverance and the determination and the will and the desire to be successful, and I have a lot of tools to be successful, and that's really the most important thing, whether you go to college or not.